Matsuo Basho, born in 1644 near Kyoto, began life as Matsuo Kinsaku, the son of a low-ranking samurai. His early years were steeped in the disciplined aesthetics of bushido and classical education, but his soul leaned toward poetry, particularly the understated form of haikai no renga, a collaborative form that would eventually lead to the haiku. Though he trained in the samurai tradition, Basho cast off the armor of societal expectation to follow the quiet path of a wandering poet-monk. This renunciation was not a rebellion, but an embrace of impermanence, of nature, of the deep and fleeting pulse of existence. Basho's life was marked by deliberate simplicity and spiritual searching. He adopted a Zen-influenced philosophy that valued sabi, lonely elegance, and wabi, rustic beauty, qualities reflected in the spare structure of his poetry. For Basho, the haiku was not merely a poetic form, but a way of seeing, of merging one's consciousness with the ephemeral world. A falling leaf, a frog's splash in an old pond, the distant call of a cuckoo, all became doorways to profound stillness and insight. Perhaps his most iconic haiku is the deceptively simple Furu ikeya kawazu tobikomu, Mizu no oto, an old pond. A frog jumps into the sound of water. Here, Basho's genius lies in silence as much as sound. The haiku doesn't explain, it invites the reader to dwell in the moment. Time seems to pause. The splash echoes through the centuries. In his later years, Basho undertook long poetic journeys through Japan's remote countryside, walking hundreds of miles to seek inspiration in the natural world and the transient encounters along the road. His travelogue, Oku no Hosomichi, the narrow road to the deep north, chronicles these pilgrimages, blending prose and haiku into a spiritual cartography. It is less a journal than a sutra, guiding the reader through both landscape and the Buddhist awareness of mu, emptiness, or the void behind appearances. Though he died in 1694 in Osaka, surrounded by disciples, Basho's poetry lives in the wind-blown reeds and moonlit paths he once walked. His work urges us to pay attention, not to what is spectacular, but to what is easily missed. A morning mist, a moment of solitude, a footprint that disappears in the rain. In an age of distraction, Basho reminds us that the world is whispering in syllables, if only we are still enough to hear.